I wanted to show the setup that we like to use for our cockerel grow-outs. So we raise heritage birds and we raise them all straight run. And as soon as we can determine who the males and who the females are, we like to separate them out. This is in order to give the pullets a good opportunity to get good nutrition, because the cockerels are a little more aggressive around the food, and so by separating them we help ensure that we get good grow in our pullets. So this is a group of heritage barred rock cockerels. They are right at around 7 weeks of age. This is their first day out. Of them were secured brood pens that we have outside the barn, and they are actually now in our pasture, or I'm sorry, in our orchard. So they have a 6-foot tall fence around the orchard that keeps out things like coyote and deer, who would love to get tangled up in our fences. And then we have the electric netting inside that, which will keep out things like raccoons and weasels. And you'll notice that this electric netting, so we have a solar charger right there to charge the netting. And you'll notice this is a premier netting, but it's the type that has a chick net at the bottom, which is not itself electrified. The main net is electrified. But this helps keep the chicks inside, even when they're quite small. The heritage barred rocks take a long time to grow, and so they are small for quite a bit until all of a sudden they start putting on their size and get to that very large size when they're processing age, which for these guys will be around 18 weeks. But they're coming out today. They spent 2 days in this little A-frame. It's got their food, it's got their nipple waterers, it's got roosts for them. And I wanted them to get sort of acclimated and homed in on the coop as their place to go and feed and sleep. So we don't let them out for a couple of days, and then we go ahead and let them out. And this is their first day in the larger pasture. And this turns out to be a really nice grow out situation for them. They can be on grass, they can eat the seeds. It's cloudy today, but in the sun, they love to lay in the sun, and it's really a nice environment for them. When we first bring them down here, I like to put them under the trees. This gives them a little added protection from aerial predators. So these are some plum trees, and you can see I've got the netting strung all the way around. The grass has been mowed, so it's nice and short, though I do like to leave it long around the trees so that they have nice greens there. They also have seed heads to glean off of, and you can see that little guy on the left. Well, you can see several of these guys are already working on the seed heads. They know right what to do, and gives them some nice social, or some nice enrichment, but it also gives them activities and things to do, and little supplementing of their diet. I do keep an extra waterer because I always like to make sure that there's a backup for all of our water systems. So although there is a flow nipple waterer, you can see there on the little chicken ark, I do like to put a kind of a backup old-fashioned water just in case. And with a bunch of these little guys, they can go through food and water pretty quickly in this growing age.